You're the one who was supposed to crack up. Men aren't supposed to cry.
I've come across some rude people in my time. They're up there amongst the best of them.
You were fairly unpleasant yourself.
It's only because of the way Jeremy treated the waiter. I mean, the poor man was doing his best.
Which wasn't very good.
Yeah, well, that's still no excuse. I prefer not to go out with him again. In fact, I'm only sorry I let you talk me into going in the first place. Jill! Oh, Jill! Oh, Richie. Oh, will you get a brandy?
Oh, fine.
Oh, no, for me, dummy. Oh,
my knee.
Oh, look, we'll clean those up in a jiffy. Oh, what happened? Oh, here. There you go.
Well, Richie turned up at the bar where I'm working with some of his mates. I couldn't ignore them because I was sitting at one of my tables.
Oh.
He kept hassling me, making smart remarks. Fiona, I tried to ignore him.
Yeah, but he wouldn't let it drop, huh?
Well, where was the manager?
I couldn't call him over. Richie was making smart cracks about the place employing ex-prostitutes.
Oh.
I ended up throwing a drink over his head.
Oh, what did I say about a low profile?
Well, I couldn't help myself.
Well, I hope you made it a double.
Richie got really angry. I'm glad he did, because when the manager came over, he took my side. He ended up booting Richie out.
Oh, and he waited for you?
The boss let me off early. I was upset. As I was walking through the car park, I saw a car with 3 guys in it.
Oh.
I couldn't tell who they were, so I started running. I had this awful feeling, Fiona.
Oh.
Anyway, I heard 2 car doors slam, and I heard 2 guys chasing me. That's when I skidded. I just made it to the car. Oh, thank God it started first go for once. I came straight here. I was too scared to be alone by myself.
Oh, we'll clean you up and get you to bed, huh?
Can I stay?
Oh, of course you can. Yeah, come on.
Oh, they're a new pair too.
Oh, isn't it always the way? Come on. I gave her something to help her sleep. Poor kid.
Am I supposed to feel responsible?
I should never have let you talk me out of going with her.
How was I to know?
I'm the one who should have known.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
I prefer you didn't. One more favour from Kaplan. You put yourself in debt to a very nasty crowd.
What do you want me to do? Stand back and let Richie have another go?
You'd be much better off calling the police.
Oh.
You make that call, and I'm going. You know what I mean. I won't be back.
But Jill...
Do you think she's safe here tonight?
Oh, yes, he won't turn up here. But he should get another scare.
No, let's discuss it in the morning when we're calmer. We'll talk about it then.
All right.
Good girl. Now, promise me you'll call the police if there's any trouble.
Oh, there won't be. Not here. Go on home. It's late.
Good night.
You okay?
I'm fine now.
His mum's on her way up.
Thanks.
I've arranged to do a double shift, so I'll be around till he goes into theatre. You should get some rest.
I couldn't.
He's sleeping.
We'll be outside.
What's she doing here?
I think I'd better go home.
Might be best.
You let me know what's happening.
Of course I will. I'll call you a cab.
Nick's got enough worries without all that.
Isn't love wonderful?
Tell him if Stevie wants me, I'll come back. Cheryl or no Cheryl.
One stage there, I thought you would have been glad of the excuse.
To stay away. I would have been. Once.
I could have fixed breakfast for once.
Oh, I'm just a bit stiff. I'm not dying.
My breakfast would have taken care of that.
I didn't realise this place creaked so much. I kept thinking stupid things all night about Richie trying to get in.
Nah, he won't turn up here. And once you're at Woombai, you'll be well out of his way.
What about the bar?
I think if I were you, I'd throw it in. You don't want to tempt fate.
Oh, I need the money.
What for? Hospital bills?
You know what I was thinking about when they were chasing me? If they get hold of me and the police are called in, it'll all come out. The past and everything.
Wayne.
You would have found out.
Well, you'll have to think up some story to account for the cuts.
Oh, Fiona, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe I should just tell him. I'm going to have to do it one of these days.
Well, I'd leave it if I were you.
Oh, I don't know. Do you mind if I call him?
Well, I do if you're going to be silly.
No, I'm not going to say anything. Not yet, anyway. It's just he's expecting me.
You're still a bit shaky.
Yeah, I hope I can dial straight.
I'll get it.
Thanks.
Wouldn't be my last chance to use your jazzy phone. Hello, Hamilton residence.
Is Wayne there, please?
It's for you.
Check it in. Hello?
It's only me.
I thought you were coming over.
Do you mind if I give it a miss?
Of course not. What's wrong?
I've got some shopping to do. I don't want to spoil your day, though.
With Miss Brooks finishing up, nothing could spoil it for me.
Okay. I'll ring you later then. Maybe come over tonight.
Okay. You take care.
You too.
Good idea. Thank you. How's the patient?
Impatient to be up and around.
Oh, good. Then you'll agree to my suggestion.
Yeah?
Yes. Lunch at the yacht club.
Why?
I feel like it. And I think it's about time you got out too.
It'll probably be crowded.
All the better. You can catch up with some of your friends.
Thought I heard the doorbell. How are you, Barbara?
I'm annoyed. I'm trying to get your stick-in-the-mud son to have lunch with me.
Sounds like a good idea.
Now, if your father can risk it twice in 1 week...
Ah, mine included.
Of course. Well, how about it?
You twisted my arm.
Great. Moping around never did anyone any good.
I must have dozed off, catching up with what I missed out on last night. Is it cold out?
Oh, it's starting to warm up. Any word from the hospital?
Oh, they've given him his pre-op, and apparently he's quite calm.
It's strange. I'm not frightened anymore. I feel more uncomfortable about seeing Cheryl than Stevie. You'd think with what's going on, she'd be able to forget all her troubles with Mick.
Oh, you have to feel sorry for her, though.
Oh, you reckon? You should have seen her last night. She looked straight through me. Why did they split up?
They were never suited.
Was there anyone else involved?
No, from what Mum and Dad told me, she just wore him down. When he couldn't take any more, he walked out. I don't think she ever admitted that any of it was her fault.
Divorce is a crazy thing. I just hope whatever Mother and Daddy go through, they're civilized about it.
I'm sure they'll be.
They're taking their time, aren't they?
Keep your voice down. And tell us when we're ready.
You always do it, don't you? Carrying on like you're the only one who cares about him.
Stop it, will you?
once, can't you shut up about us?
He's ready. You can have a few words with him before he goes. He's sedated, but still very nervous, so anything you can say. I'm going off duty now. I'll be back as soon as I've had some sleep. Be fine.
Hello, darling. There's nothing to worry about.
Gave you a free crew cut, eh? Just like I had when I was a kid. Bit cold on the ears, though.
Where's Angela?
Ah, she'll be over later. You're going to have a big sleep and she'll be in first tick to see her brave little mate.
I won't cry, Dad.
That's the way, Tiger.
Perhaps another table?
This one will do fine.
Well, hold on. Slow down.
I can manage.
All right, sir. Menu? Madam?
Thank you.
Wine list, sir?
Thank you.
Anything just now?
How about a bib, just in case?
I'm sorry, sir?
Forget it. I have a scotch and water.
We'll wait until we order wine. Thank you, sir.
What was that made of? Everybody's making such a damn fuss. I feel like a floor show.
Oh, no, I've seen the floor show. You're much better value. So what if half the yacht club is gawking at you? Behind their suspicious year-round tans, there isn't a single brain. They're sheep. You come in here tomorrow, they'll probably all be in wheelchairs.
Trendsetter?
No one thinks any the worse for you for being stuck in that contraption. The first day you walk in here under your own steam, you'll probably get a round of applause.
You choose. Or I'll be accused of patronizing.
Oh.
I called the bar.
Yeah.
They were fine about it.
Oh, good. Oh, either I am getting older or the record's getting longer. And I think I know which it is.
Oh.
That does me for today. Oh. Phew.
Oh, I feel like my head's spinning.
A lot of people spend a fortune to get the same effect. What will telling him achieve?
I just hate lying, that's all. You told Scott about yourself on me.
Yeah, well, it was different.
How?
Oh, well, Scott's older.
So?
But he's harder to shop. Oh, okay. Scott hasn't taken it as well as I first thought. Well, he's not admitting it, but deep down, it worries him. Don't put yourself in the same boat with Wayne.
Well, what happened?
He carried on a bit last night. He wouldn't let me call Steve Kaplan again. I think the old days are fine by him, as long as they stay dead and buried.
Oh, Fiona, I'm sorry if I caused trouble.
No. Not trouble. Just a few things we've got to sort out. That's the point, though. With Scott, it's reasonably easy to do that. But Wayne is more immature. I don't know that he'd be quite so understanding. How long have you known him? Oh, not in hours and minutes, stupid. A few months, right?
Right.
It's not long. Make sure how he'll react before you drop the bombshell. I mean, if you pull the rug out from under him too soon, you're both going to be very sorry.
Is it over?
Yeah, they've just taken him to intensive care.
What's happening?
Well, they discovered damage to all the pheochrome tissue, not just a single tumour. So the disease would only have worsened if we delayed any longer.
How is he?
Well, during the operation, he suffered acute renal failure. We put him onto full dialysis to try and get his blood pressure back up.
What does that mean?
Well, his system's in shock. We're buying time. You see, if we can get him through the next couple of hours, there are long-term possibilities. We can do a kidney transplant or a series of operations for the tissue damage. But in all honesty, at the moment, it's touch and go.
I want to see him.
Yeah, in a moment. Mr. Ryan, please, I'd like your assistance. We need to get in touch with the family doctor, find relatives. We need details for blood and leukocyte typings for a future kidney donor. If you could go with Matron, please.
When can I see him?
As soon as you've given those details to Matron, all right?
If my son dies...
Yeah, we are trying to save Stevie, Mrs. Ryan. Look, if you come with me, you can see him for a couple of moments, all right? I want to be informed of any changes under dialysis and a constant watch on that blood pressure.
Can I speak to him?
No, it's better if he's not disturbed.
I can't hear what you're saying, love.
He said a few names earlier.
Yes?
Well, it wasn't clear, but he said them a few times. It sounded like Norman, and I think Angela.
Are they relatives? If not, we could bend the rules under the circumstances and get them in.
Oh, Norm, it's a toy. I'll get it from his ward.
Now, what about Angela? Can we find her at all?
I don't know who that is, sorry.
You took your time coming around.
Am I allowed in?
As long as your boots aren't muddy.
I didn't want to rush into a return bout.
Have you changed your mind at all?
No. No, I meant what I said last night. If you'd called Kaplan, that was it. Glad you didn't.
I have always been my own boss. I don't take kindly to being told what to do. I almost made that call on principle.
That was my mistake, then. Next time, I'll try to remember that you're an independent woman.
Not too independent.
Let's hope we haven't got so set in our ways that we can't give and take a little.
I don't like arguing with you.
We don't have to. As I said, give and take.
How is he?
He's restless.
Now, we'd prefer it if we left him alone.
Can he have any visitors other than family?
No, we'd much rather he didn't. Oh, you snuck in.
He was asking for Angela again. Well, that's certainly what it sounded like anyway.
I know you said nobody other than family, but couldn't you break the rules?
No, we did offer when he asked for her before, but your wife said she didn't know anyone of that name.
I'll be back in a minute.
Hello?
Angie?
Oh, I've been worried sick. How come the operation took so long?
He's been out of theatre a while. He's in intensive care. You better get over here. It's not good.
Why? What's wrong?
Something to do with low blood pressure. Kidneys, too.
I'll leave straight away.
Dad?
Sounds like it.
What's wrong with you?
Why'd you do it?
I know what you're talking about.
How sick would you be trying to get at me through him? Didn't want her here. The doctor said it should only be family.
Stevie was asking for her.
He wouldn't know what he was asking for. Just because she's rich and can buy him presents and spoil
She
him.
lied to the doctor.
Well, how do you think I felt? My kid's dying and he asked for my husband's girlfriend. How do you think that made me feel? Dr. Parker?
Don't come in, please. Pressure's way down. Heartbeat irregular. Stand by with the defibrillator. Get that damn thing out of the way.
Just died.
Love is very strange.
Oh, what? And a visit from Angela would have saved him. Don't worry, though, because Stevie grew up to be a thug in Home and Away. And did you notice the way Stevie's mum looked at the doctor? I saw a spark of romance because, of course, it was Tom, the original Tom and Pippa, all ready to put the hospital behind them, travel to Summer Bay. Summer Bay? Yeah, Summer Bay, that's the right place, and take on a load of foster kids. And Elaine from Murfield has emailed to say that Bill, Susan's husband, has now turned up in Neighbours as Ben's dad. Bill and Ben, eh? And tell me, she says, why has he not changed when poor Wayne has gone thin on top and fat elsewhere? The address for your merchandising ideas is on page 391 of 5 Text, including the email address. And this is back tomorrow at 1:30. And tell me, was that bloke supposed to have hit Jill? Because she didn't have a scratch.